Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us for another edition of Reporter's Notebook. For those of you guys who have never watched Reporter's Notebook before, it's a really fun opportunity we get sort of towards the end of our days where we get to pull in some of our fellow reporters, pull in some of the producers, the editors, and get a chance to sit down and chat about the behind the scenes of working in a newsroom and kind of dig a little deeper into those stories that we cover for you guys each and every day. So today I'm joined by a new face, but you might have already seen him before, Mr. Ford Sanders. Hello.
Hello, everybody. Good to be back.
Yeah. So Ford is one of our newest reporters. You started last Monday.
Yes.
And so you've finished up your first week now. You're kind of like getting into the groove of, finding your timing and getting your stuff together and putting things together. So how's that going? How's like this process been for you starting out in a newsroom?
Well, it's been really, really good. And so I had a great bit of training last week, and it was with our chief photog, and I got to learn a lot of good tips. And this week I was with you, Emily, and that was really good to just see how the process goes. And today I actually practiced on getting my 2 stories down, made it before time. So that made me feel really comfortable.
Woohoo!
I know. So I was really, really excited, and I felt comfortable about, okay, the workload's here and I can do it. So I'm feeling a lot more confident and just super, super excited to keep going.
That's awesome. And yeah, like he said, we do different kind of training as reporters. So like he said, last week he did a lot of training with our top photographer. And this week he's going to be kind of spending each day with a different reporter and just kind of, because everyone has totally different styles and work ethics and all of that. So it's really kind of finding your groove. And, that took me a while. So you will figure it out, no problem. We are so confident and excited that you're here to join us. So I do want to ask you some fun questions as well. So one of the questions I have for you is, you're new to North Carolina. So what is your favorite fast food place? What's your favorite food place to check out that's maybe something you've never tried before?
So trying to do a little less of the faster food, but one place, and that has been insane to me, which I don't know why it is so wild to me, but Sheetz gas station.
Yes.
I don't even know if it's fair. I mean, it is a gas station, but the reason it's so wild to me is I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, and if you were to tell somebody, hey, I'm running to the gas station to get some lunch, they'd be like,
ew, what?
I don't think you're okay, but here it's so normal, and there's no knocking it because it's honestly really, really good.
Right?
And now I know there's a big debate between Wawa and Sheetz. I don't know if you've heard that debate, but my sister lived in DC, and Wawa's her favorite, but I'm loving Sheetz. So that's something about North Carolina that's really, I don't know, it's just been so weird to me. I'm so fascinated by it because I'm telling my friends, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to the gas station to get food, and they're like,
what? Are you okay? Do you need us to send you someone to
like,
North Carolina?
Yes.
I love that because I'm from Virginia, and I was shocked. I had no idea what cookout was. I was like, I know.
Oh, see, that's
and it's so, I mean, those milkshakes are unbeatable.
Insane.
They're unbeatable.
Yeah.
And I had no idea. It's crazy.
But so you're used to the whole Sheetz situation though, then, right?
I am.
Cool.
See, I knew about Sheetz. I had never heard of Wawa though.
Yes.
Which is interesting. I guess that's really more of a northern
Nova
thing.
And
Yeah. I did not know about Wawa, but I do love Sheetz. And I've been to Wawa maybe once. And it was good. I mean, you really can't beat sandwiches.
Yeah, it's just so good, and it's just really surprised me since I've been here.
Definitely. So another question I have for you is, again, new to North Carolina. Is there anything that you've always wanted to do when visiting North Carolina, or any little activities or things that you've seen, driving around that you're like, ooh, I want to check that out. That looks super cool.
Yeah. So something I told Victoria last time too is that what's so awesome about North Carolina to me is mountains, cities, beaches. And so I think it's so cool that we live so close to the mountains. We're an hour away from Raleigh, which is a huge city, 3 or 4 hours from Charlotte. And then we're literally 30 minutes to an hour and a half off some of the coolest beaches, in my opinion, in the East. So that's been really exciting. I really want to check out the Outer Banks, which I'm sure a lot of you know. It's upper in North Carolina. And then there's the sub banks and stuff like that in Atlantic Beach. And so I really want to take time to go out there. Definitely when the pandemic is cooling down a little more and when temperature gets
warmer.
Back to normal, because right now it's way too cold. But yeah, I've really, really wanted to check out the beaches. So that's something about North Carolina that has just had a lot to offer, because Tennessee is mostly just mountains and cities. So now we get the beach aspect, and I'm like, oh, this is super cool.
Definitely. And so I'm sure, Victoria chatted with you a little bit about this, but, you worked at a news station before. You did it part-time while you were in college. So this is your first, full-time reporting job. Is there any differences that you're noticing right off the bat between, how working full-time and part-time is different, or just the differences between the newsrooms here?
Yeah, so I worked at a station in Knoxville as a CBS affiliate as well, and then I left that to go do a part-time internship with CBS Evening with Nora O'Donnell. So the main thing I've noticed is in my past positions, I was more on the digital content side, which is article writing and stuff like that, and doing assignment desk, and a lot of that is assisting the reporters, and it's great because it's just as important as the reporting position.
Exactly.
So it was really cool, and I really, really value that because now I know exactly what goes into getting everything set up. So the difference between the newsrooms, there's just some similarities, but I think between the positions is super unique because I'm now actually stepping into the role that I've always looked at and been like, oh, that's what I want to do when I'm full-time someday. So now that I am full-time, it's really exciting to be able to like do that job. So
definitely, that's awesome. And I'll finish up with 2 more questions for you, just so we're not dragging this out. I know you still got some. I know you still got some work to do. I'm taking your time from you.
I'm like, please keep.
All right. So, what is your dream at the end of this? Some people come into reporting and they want to stay a reporter. They want to become a national reporter. Some people, want to go on to anchoring or hosting their own shows, things like that. So what is Ford Sanders' dream goal?
Yes, so I definitely, at the beginning, was all about market size, all about what's next. And this is exactly where I'm meant to be. And I'm really happy to be here. But my dream at the end of the day, it varies. It goes from I want my own show, I want to be a reporter nationally, I want to be an anchor nationally. But honestly, I've now leaned towards the whole idea of remaining in my reporting position and going through the local markets and getting to that national level because working at a national level already, I know that they look for reporters to become anchors. So my end goal would definitely be an anchoring position with Good Morning America or the Today Show or CBS This Morning, something huge like that. But again, that's not to negate where I am right now. I believe is just as huge in my mind. So I'm super excited to go through these ranks and hopefully end up on the big screen one day.
For sure. And like I said, we are super happy to have you. I think you're going to do super great here. So we're very proud of the work you're already doing and so grateful to have you.
Everyone's so nice. Like,
we try.
That's another thing. And it's not even just here. North Carolinians are the nicest people ever. So I've loved that too.
That was, I think we talked about this the other day. That was one of my big things when I moved here. Me and my mom were like, this is like the Twilight Zone. Like, why are people being so friendly?
Holding
People
the door,
were, saying hello on the street. We were like, what is going on? I love it. I never want to leave. All right. So I have 2 rapid fire questions for you to end out this Reporter's Notebook edition. So, first one, cats or dogs?
Dogs. Oh my God. I'm allergic to cats.
Oh, okay. That's a good answer. Okay. Movies or books?
Ooh, movies, but definitely books are very much on the come up for me because speaking of beaches, I want to start going to the beaches and reading a good book. So
nothing.
Gotta get back into it. Gotta get back. For our job, it's good too. So I need to be reading
so true.
a lot.
So true. All right, and one last one. Football or baseball?
Football always. Sorry,
Gotcha.
I'm so sorry to all you baseball fans. It just it didn't keep my attention for all 9 innings. So
what's your football team? Who do you root for?
the Titans always. College, university. We went to the University of Tennessee, so
all
go
right,
Vols,
that's fair enough.
It is what it is. Titans are doing great right now too. So. Oh, I got Titans blue on too.
Oh,
so
there you go. This is perfect.
Or North Carolina. I'll say that.
It goes both ways. It goes both ways. Well, thank you so much, Ford, for taking the time to join us for this Reporter's Notebook. And thank you guys, of course. And thank you guys so much for sitting down with us and chatting. And we hope to see you on our next edition of Reporter's Notebook. Have a wonderful night.